The session today is on how do you be at peace with losing relationships. When we lose relationships, we feel broken, we feel disappointed. If that is the case, then how can we be at peace? That is the question today. Is it an easy question? Is it a tough question? Maybe you all can help me to get into this. Sip Sachiv, Sip Achla, Ahem Sip, and Ahem Atma. Sip Alak Anand ki coach Anil Soni and Chotwani. Sip Atman Revati, Atmanand Avi and Bliko. Sip Bliss Chidanand Rashmi Girish Anand. Sip iPhone, iPhone Krishna Lakshmi. Sip Moto, Sip Parvati, Sip Peter Pix Rajanand Shivraj. Sip Rajesh Rekha Robin Rumataji and Sip Prakash. Sip Samatma Sanjay Sallanand Siji. Sip Jyoti Sita Siva Soham. Sip Soham Sridhara Sukhi Sundar Sunita Supriya and Yogini. As I said, sometime when you'll join and you'll jump up, I miss you. But we have got Sachiv and Rutanu. Sachiv and Rutanu are to start. 8:55 is hard stop. So please don't lose the time in the end because as I always tell you that we don't want to delay in the end. Let us start. We have Sachiv, Rutanu, Sarlanand.
Shubham Guruji.
Sachiv, Shivohams. Yes, Sachiv.
One can be at peace once you're in consciousness because nothing belongs to you. You're all is all around Maya. So nothing belongs to you. Which relation are we running about? We have come alone, we have to go alone.
That is good theory.
Hmm.
That is good. That is good book knowledge. But when you lose a relationship, when you lose a relationship, you
You
also
don't have to
lose
go
your.
into mind. You don't have to go into mind state.
Yeah, but you go.
You go, but if you're enlightened, if you are, practicing this, what we are currently practicing, then you don't go into the mind state. You
See
remain in
what you're
consciousness.
what you're saying. As I said, technically, what you're saying is correct. Are you talking from your personal experience, or are you just talking from realization knowledge?
I'm talking from my personal experience.
Have you ever
Because
had a broken relationship?
before, yes, I mean that
How
was a
did how
different
did you
time.
feel? How did
Of
you
course,
feel
you
at that
felt.
time?
Of course, that time we felt very sad. We were mad. We were sad. We were running around. But now that stage has gone by, and the stage is more stable. After the realization that this nothing belongs to you, all this is happening as per your karma, and it's all unfolding like that, and it's all Maya which is happening. So there's nothing to get bothered. You have to remain yourself in consciousness, and you have to remain detached also with the relation. You have to remain attached and detached too. So what are you
Yeah,
bothering about?
I think what you say is absolutely right, but absolutely uh, not understandable by those who are broken in a relationship. Because a relationship is something that holds you, not just from the mind. It is body, physically, you feel a problem,
Yeah, so
mentally, you feel a
they have
problem.
not realized they have not understood, they have not yet gone the realization that neti neti tattvamasi. Unless they are the body, they are the mind, they are in mind state, they are the ego, they will also suffer.
Okay, as I said, your theory wise, you're fine, but this is what people are struggling. That when you lose the relationship, you immediately lose your peace of mind. And how do you regain that peace? This is the question we are today at. Thank you, Sachin,
You
for
have to
starting.
remain still.
It's like saying, just like what you're saying, is when you're going through a painful surgery and you just say, I am not the body, so the pain doesn't affect. No, the pain is there. The
The,
pain is there. The suffering can be adjusted.
the pain is to the body, not to your
Yeah.
atma.
Yeah, yeah. So the suffering has to be dealt with. The pain is there. The pain is experienced. If you do anesthesia, then that much of the pain is less. But I have recently done some root canals. As soon as the root canal is wearing, the anesthesia is wearing out, the pain immediately attacks you. And if you don't take the painkiller in time, then you cry. it is really
But
painful.
if you are already in a surrender form, when you've left everything on zip and you're completely laddie, then what pain you're going through? You're not going through anything.
Yeah. As I told you, you are very strong in theory. So I don't know how strong it is when you are in practical. I cannot, only when there's a real experience. But at this point of time, uh, I'm moving on to see people who are actually hurting in a relationship. So Rutanu, thank you, Sachin, for a positive start. Rutanu, Sarlanand, Soni, Yogini, God's will, Abha. How a painful, broken relationship can steal our peace. Yes,
Shivoham Guruji.
Shivoham.
Guruji, if we understand that all the relationships are temporary, nothing is permanent, and we understand nobody can be there with us forever. And one more thing, that we should spend time with the people who are there with us today and then relish the good memories later. That's all we can do.
Actually, the point we are trying to understand is what happens to a person who is not awakened, and then what happens to a person who is awakened. Like Sachiv gave an example of a person who is awakened. People who are not enlightened, they struggle, right? When you have a relationship which is going turning sour, when you lose somebody you love very dearly, either you lose to death, either a person dies, or a person leaves, and sometimes a relationship breaks.
That is
Now,
correct.
how do you deal with such a situation?
It
Is
takes
what we are trying.
time.
Yeah. No, no. So, how do you deal with such a situation? It's not as easy as, oh, I'm not the body, mind, ego, therefore I can deal with it. No, you are not the body, mind, ego, but you are in the body, mind, ego. Therefore, you experience the pain.
Our
How do you,
relationship with Prabhu is permanent. That we should
how-
remember.
good relation to Prabhu is permanent. How do you really deal with losing a relationship? And how does that peace of mind, how do you deal with it? So there are people who are struggling in this. I know if you are strong, you can find a way where you can be not hurt by this. But that's exactly we are trying to get to that, and it's not easy as just saying, "Oh, I'm not the body, mind, ego, therefore my relationship doesn't matter to me." No, then that relationship did not matter in the beginning itself. Some it's we are talking about a very strong relationship.
Yes,
Suppose you are
Guruji, it
very, very
breaks you
close to
once.
somebody. You are
Mm.
very, 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 very close to somebody, and that somebody goes away.
Your support system goes away once, so you break down. Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
So that is what we are trying to today get into that emotional state. Sarlanand, let's see where we reach. Sarlanand Soni.
Yeah, Shivoham here.
Yes.
Love you all.
Yes,
Yeah, my
Sarlanand.
understanding is no relationship is permanent. Then you can be at peace with detached attachment. Then when someone is passed away, we can be at peace by understanding the truth. Then when we
Okay.
lose the toxic relationships, we can be happy, no? With toxic
Of course,
relationship,
of course, there's a
can't be
toxic.
happy.
Of course, anybody who loses a toxic relationship will celebrate.
Yeah,
My
then we can
my
be
my
happy.
friend my friend gave a party recently. I asked him, "What's the party?" He said, "I just got my official divorce," and he was throwing a party.
Yeah, can be happy, no, when we lose that kind of relationships.
Yeah, because
Then
that
someone is
relationship
passed
was.
away means when someone is passed away, will be in grief for some months or years.
When you are losing a precious relationship, how can you still be peaceful?
Yeah, for
That is a
some
deep.
months
That
or
is
years, we can't be happy or we can't be peace if we lose that near and dear relationships. Slowly we can come out of that by understanding the truth. Even I lost my father 8 years back. Whenever I remember him, I used to cry a lot. Now I came out of that for the last 3 4 years.
how.
Oh, means by understanding the truth, being in consciousness, nothing is permanent, no relationship is permanent. By understanding the truth, this truth,
By realizing the truth.
yeah, by
And being,
realizing that
yeah,
truth, yeah.
and realizing has to go deeper. What is that quality we need to develop? I don't know. I hope sometimes you all give so many answers. I don't know. Sachiv gave so many answers. What are the key? Sometimes one key word is what we want as an answer. See, we are unable. We are unable to deal with the loss of a loved one. And the question
Yeah, it's
today
very
is,
difficult.
and the question is how to today deal with it. That's the question, Sony. And you all know the answer, but
Okay,
it's
thank
one
you.
word. It's one word answer. It's only a one word answer. Sony.
Okay, thank you.
Sony Yogini, God's will, Abba.
Namaste, sir.
Namaskar. Yes.
Sir, like the people have said, it's really, really hard to get out of the heartbreak. Maybe people are on the spiritual path can get out of it more easily, because we all understand that everyone is at a place where we all need to be, no more, no less, by accepting that it is all karma. But still, it is not easy. So
Okay.
I wanted to ask, yeah,
So one very important word is called acceptance.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this word acceptance is something we have to learn. But recently I saw somebody, they lost a relationship and they were crying and crying and crying and crying, crying so much, crying because of a loss of a precious relationship. So then, when that is happened, suppose today I am losing a precious relationship, either because of my ego or I'm losing a precious relationship because of my mind, then what do I deal with it? Then do I accept it? No, I don't accept it. So acceptance is when you are at the receiving end. But when you are suppose you are walking out of a relationship with somebody because of your
Mhm.
mind and ego, sometimes you can have so much guilt, you can have so much regret, you can have so much frustration because you don't want to lose that beautiful relationship. But because of the mind or the ego, you snapped out of a relationship. Then what do you do? In such a case, there's a different solution. When somebody walks out of you, then what do? You accept. You learn the
Yeah.
art of acceptance. One word. That's why when Sachin was saying body, mind, ego, no, one key word is acceptance.
Acceptance.
The word acceptance is not just a word, it's a sadhana. It's a very, very tough sadhana.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. But so you're asking, so when you walk out of a relationships, then how do you deal with it?
You tell me, that's what I'm asking. Suppose I'm telling you an
Right.
example of a person walking out of a relationship and crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. Then what do? What you
Mm.
do is you have the courage to tell your mind, stop it, stupid. And you have the courage to tell your intellect to make a decision of changing your wrong decision. Your ego that is creating such a fall, it must be dropped. And you must have the intelligence to overtake the ego and correct the decision. Sometimes we are unable to correct a wrong decision. And then we drag on that. We lose a relationship because of our ego. The ego doesn't want to change.
So
Are you getting my
immediately
point?
you have to, yeah, yeah. So immediately you have to, analyze the situation and see how you can rectify it.
Yeah,
If at all you, yeah,
you have to come back in consciousness. I
yeah,
know, I know a man who was divorcing his wife. So
yeah.
on the day of the final, they were going to have a divorce and they were signing the divorce. And that man came back to his intelligence and he told her, actually, don't we love each other so much? Is it better that we should part ways or better? Are our positives more or are our negatives more? She said our positives are 100, our negatives are 10. On the day of the final divorce, they did not sign the divorce papers. They got back together.
Yeah. So he was
But
in conscious state. So that is
but this you don't hear this too many
no.
times.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Because the mind and ego is controlling the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So the
I
next word,
also,
yeah,
yeah.
the next word, which is, I'm just leaving you all with this, today's discussion is very important. The next very important word is called love.
Mm.
When love can overtake the ego, when love can overtake the mind, when love can be supreme, because love is actually a deep longing of the soul, which is very passionate and creative. But if there is no soulful love, then relationship will break because the
Yeah.
relationship was not a real relationship at all.
Yeah, correct. So acceptance and love. So I wanted to explain a situation that happened 4 or 5 months ago. Is that fine? I'll take
Yes, yes,
2 or 3 minutes.
yes,
So
yes.
I had a friend from past 30 years. We were in touch. We were meeting quite often. We've been calling each other so dearly and all that. But 4 or 5 months ago, just before my daughter's wedding, his wife calls me and she says, "We cannot come for the wedding because your friend, her husband, is abusing her physically and all that, blah blah blah, whatever." So she was also having another event that she thought it was more important than the wedding. It was her own some recital or something. So she told me like a half an hour of story about how he treats her and how he can't come to the wedding and blah 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 and all that. Maybe she was jealous or possessive. I don't know what it was, but it was so disturbing. And she said for me to send a text saying, "So sorry, we have reached the capacity of the wedding invitees. So I can't have you at my daughter's wedding." I was very, very, very disturbed. I did not want to do it, but then because she was saying that her marriage may not last and blah, blah, all that, so I had to send it. So, but it disturbed me a lot. Even now, it disturbs me when I think about it. So I don't know how I should handle it. I mean, now I'm in acceptance, but then you're saying just love that person.
No, no, no,
This,
it's not a one size fits all.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
just saying, how do you deal with the situation? Acceptance is a very strong quality. Love is another strong quality.
right.
Consciousness is, of course, a strong. So we have to learn because relationships are precious. A
Yeah,
relationship may be lasting for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You can't give up a 30-year-old relationship in 3 hours.
yeah, yeah,
But sometimes
yeah,
it happens, right? How long
correct.
how long do people break a 30-year-old relationship? They break a 30-year-old relationship in 3 hours.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah,
How can you do
yeah.
it? How can you break a 30-year relationship in 3 hours?
Yeah, because one negative thing takes over all the positive things.
So you don't even realize. Suppose you're together for 10 years, you're with somebody, that 10
Mm.
years is wiped out by 10 minutes of the mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The 10 minutes of the mind can destroy 10 years, 10 years of a strong relationship.
yeah.
So this is what I'm trying to today bring about. We have to treasure whether the relationship is with a beloved or a brother or a friend or a parent or whatever. Suppose today our parent, sometimes there's a fight with the parent. I
Mm.
mean, we just chuck a relationship with the parent.
Yeah,
How do you
yeah.
how do you let go of relationships between children, parents, and children?
That is unbelievable. Probably ignorance.
No, no. So I'm just saying. Therefore, this topic is very divinely spiritual,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
spirituality, as Sachin in the beginning gave a very theoretical answer, saying, spirituality. Yeah, he's right. Spiritually, if you are strong, you can do it. But practically, how do you do it? Today, I want to move from the spirit, just a theory part of it, to a practical part of it. How do we
Yeah.
thank you, thank you, Sonny. Yogini, God's will, Abha, and Rashmi. Let me
Shivam,
see
sir.
what everybody has to say. Yes, Yogini.
So, according to me, if you want to live in peace, then you should not allow yourself to be in pieces. For that, as you said, you have to accept. There's no use of crying and breaking down. Yeah, there is breaking down for some time. But then afterwards, you have to realize that this is not everything for me. I have to go forward.
So that's
That
another
is
good
my
point.
thinking.
That's another good point Yogini is saying, that a broken relationship should not break us. Yogini is saying we must learn to, first of all, we must learn to deal, accept, and not break, not lose our peace, because our peace
Yes.
is precious. So now see, that's a beautiful new angle of looking at it. Okay, you can't suppose the relationship is gone bad and it's beyond your control. First
Yeah.
point is, can you control it?
No.
Can you control it? If you can control it, then learn to control it. And if you can't control it, then learn to accept it.
So,
But
but if you
don't look.
control means you will cling to it, no? If you keep
No, no,
controlling it.
no, 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 not. See, controlling does not mean clinging. Controlling means being in consciousness. Suppose
Okay.
somebody is trying to break a relationship with me. If I am in mind state, I'll break the relationship so easily. But if I'm in consciousness, then I will treasure the relationship. I will understand the value of the relationship. I will consider it to be a divine bond.
Yeah,
But the moment the mind takes charge, then there's RDX.
correct. You're right.
Oh, sometimes how much time it takes for somebody to break a relationship? One WhatsApp message, one email, one email. You know how long it takes to write an email? I hereby tender my resignation. You know how long it takes? Somebody's working for 20 years. 20 years they are working in one line, one bad thought in the night, and that night they send an email. The email is gone, accepted. Their resignation is accepted. Then what happens? 20 years of hard work.
Yeah, you have to be in consciousness all the time
Yeah. So we are
before
trying to learn
taking
that.
step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today we are trying to talk about being in consciousness in when we are talking of relationships, when we are talking of being in the receiving end or the giving end. But how can we remain in consciousness? God's will.
Shivo Hangsep, thank you for this call.
Yes, God's will.
I have two words I'd like to mention. One is patience, and the other
Yes.
is one is patience, and the other is what I call non-distraction. That is to say, willingness to bear with the pain of it.
So I'm asking you a question now, Will. God's will. Where does patience come from?
Love.
No, where does patience come from?
Patience comes from
And love, yes, but even love, if we are talking about love breaking apart,
it comes from faith, partly faith, just trust, willing
actually
to.
patience comes from consciousness.
Yes,
Patience can come when you are ready to be patient, when you are intelligent enough to understand the need of being patient.
yes. I have two things to mention. Firstly, that I've met many enlightened people who cry. So there are many enlightened people who cry. So let's not ignore that. Firstly, and also I've heard from enlightened people that even if they even if they break up, they still feel they're not separate. There's still oneness. They're not separate just because of the relationship. You don't break oneness, the non-division, not separate. You're still very close to people, even at death. I've heard people even at death they find they're somehow closer. Now I'm just saying what I've heard. I don't know that that's true or not.
Enlightened people are above relationships. Enlightened people are having they have non-duality, right? Enlightened people don't believe that only the relationships that they enjoy have boundaries. Those are not boundaries. Those relationships are not contracts. So enlightened people are living in that universal consciousness, that oneness, what you
Yes.
just mentioned also. So,
Yes.
so the problem here, will today we are talking about, today's topic is losing our peace of mind. When we lose a loved one, so is it natural if you lose a loved one, you lose your peace? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, right?
Yes. Yes.
How can we avoid losing our peace?
Uh, Come to the Zoom call.
Yeah. When you come to the Zoom call, you are able to be in consciousness. When you come to the Zoom call, you're able to deal with the situation. First of all, like I said, are you going to even lose? Many people I know in the Zoom call don't lose the relationship. They save the relationship. Many people in the Zoom call, they they would not want to chuck a relationship. No, they say, okay, we will salvage it. We will manage it. And most important, peace. Peace you do not have to find. Peace is within. Still the mind. Still the mind, move to consciousness, activate your intellect, and be in that state of awareness. Okay, this relationship, ultimately, sometimes a relationship is very precious, but it's like a cancerous leg. You have to cut it. Your leg is precious. You don't want to lose your leg, but the doctor tells you, if I don't cut your leg, it's going to get into your back. You're going to die. Then what do? Then, in consciousness with intelligence, you tell the doctor, even you cry, but you tell the doctor, okay, cut my leg because I am willing to lose the relationship with my leg to save the relationship with my life. So take this analogy, right? Sometimes you have to let go in a larger picture, but you don't lose your peace. Whatever you do, you remain conscious, you remain peaceful. Got it, Will?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Abba Rashmi, and then we have Shivoham and Bliko.
Shivoham.
Yes.
Well, it's so strange. A lot of synchronicity in my life. This topic has come up when I've spent the whole morning with a girl who's losing a relationship and she's going through a divorce. And I learned a hell of a lot through her on how to be a strong person. Uh, she, she's, her husband has been very vindictive and putting her through her. She's been married 20 years and she wanted to save her marriage, tried her best, but it has reached a point where she has to get out of the relationship because it's become extremely abusive. And but you were talking about practical. She's accepted it, but it's a question of survival as well. So it's not so easy for her. She doesn't have any funds. She has to, and she has two children whose education has to be paid for. And so it's practical side is not easy. So I am in awe of her that how she's dealing with it, the practical part of it. Yes, it's a huge amount of sorrow, but at the same time, she is uh, dealing with strength, dignity, acceptance, and she doesn't have much support, financial support, and but she has that confidence and consciousness, and she knows that it is her karma she's going through, and but she's an amazing woman. So all I'm saying is that forget about spiritual, the practical side of it. Uh, People deal with it. I don't know if I would have been able to deal with it the way she's.
So there are many,
And
Abba, there are many points come in this particular point. Okay.
yes,
One first point is that every individual must not become so weak that they are
exactly.
incapable of surviving. First of all, okay.
Yes,
Many women, many women submit themselves to men who
exactly.
who underestimate or undervalue their worth.
Yes,
Now you think you love a man, and because you love a man, you are just letting go to that man, but that
yes,
man is destroying your self-worth. So
exactly.
okay, so if you are on your feet and you are strong, so first of all, you are intelligent, you are conscious, you are capable, and then you learn to accept it, and you learn to and you the today's topic is not to lose
She
our peace,
doesn't, yeah,
because
and she doesn't even have money to survive beyond another month or two.
so
She
that is
doesn't even
another
know
mistake.
whether she, yeah,
So that is another mistake. I'm like, this is all ignorance.
yes.
Any woman who's living for that day, where if her husband leaves her, she's zero. That woman is
No, no,
naive and
no.
foolish.
No. She is an extreme. She was an equal partner in the business, and
Then
he has
why she has more
because
power then?
because because he has committed fraud and he has chucked her out. So there's
Okay,
a huge
so
amount
that
of stuff in it. Yeah,
so I'm just saying, if
yeah,
in this situation also, if you lose your peace,
yes. But
then you
she,
can't do anything.
yeah,
Yeah. So if you lose your peace, then you can't do anything.
she's
You've got,
amazing.
yeah. What is the, well, you have to, if you are guiding, if I was in a position there, I would say, first of all, be at peace, be in consciousness. What is your situation? What are your strengths? What are your possibilities? What are your
She's
opportunities? Yeah.
everything. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
she's doing everything with super intelligence
Yeah.
and
That's it.
consciousness, you see.
Then
So that's why I wanted to
it will
share
become
it,
okay.
that
Yeah.
it is amazing. She's
Yeah. So
amazing. Yeah.
so all I'm saying is, thanks, Abba.
Mm.
What we are trying to talk about is a relationship should not destroy us.
She's not
Yeah.
letting it destroy her.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
relationship, first of all, we should not lose a precious relationship.
Yes.
And if we are losing a precious relationship, then we should not lose our precious peace.
Right.
So these are the points that we are trying to talk about today. And
Mm.
spirituality teaches us to deal with these situations in a very different way.
Yeah.
Because if you are not spiritual, then you are in the samsar, you are in this worldly, and then all the mind and ego monsters attack you. There's fear, there's worry, there's regret, there's shame, there's guilt, there's anger, there's hate. All these become baggage. They become additional baggage for you to deal with.
Mm.
So how can you be in a state of peace? Okay, this is what has happened.
Mm.
Let me first accept it. Can I correct it? Can I reverse it? Can I alter it? Can I change it? What are the possibilities? In every case, it's different. In every relationship, it's different. But where am I and where can I be? Let us not be in a mind state. Because
Yeah.
if we are in a mind state, then we are destroyed. This is all. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you, Abba. Rashmi, Shivoham, Bliko, and Ashwin. Yes, Rashmi?
Yeah, Shivoham, happy air. Just I feel like a spirituality really, because of spirituality we are balance our life. Other without spirituality is very difficult in practical life to handle. For my own example, uh, acceptance some certain limit is okay. Everything you accept, people are using you like a doormat. So you should understand where to accept and where to deal, you know. For example, when I got married, I was homeopath. My husband was gold medalist and all. So my mother-in-law and father-in-law said, you should not, you should do allopathy practice, not homeopathy. And the name should be Rajan, means my husband. I said, I don't mind anybody name, even your name you will put, I don't care. But philosophy, I stood first in college and I will do homeopathy practice only. What I know, I will do that. Which I don't know, I don't like to do that. So if you accept everything, then you will suffer a lot. I think acceptance and giving love is a basic principle to not suffer. You, if you always want, then you will always suffer. You should give and accept, but in practical life, it is very difficult, I think.
So as I just told you, it is not just accept. Let's learn to understand what is accept. It's not necessary that we have to accept people's unfairness. We don't have to accept people's stupidity, but we have to accept their stupidity and then not accept their stupidity, which means that even if there are some people who are stupid, you have to accept that they are stupid. And after accepting it, you see what can you do. But if you don't accept their stupidity, and if you are reacting to somebody's stupidity, then you're only going to spoil everything.
Yeah.
So, so please understand, it's not accepting. Okay, okay, मेरे सर पे बैठ जाओ. Okay, come and एक hammer मारा और एक hammer मारो. No, that's not what we are talking about. But we are talking about accepting the reality, accepting the karmic unfolding of things, and then ABCD. Accept, do your best, complete surrender. So you have to, if you have to follow ABCD, na, where is ABCD formula going then?
Yeah.
You don't have to accept and then do and leave it. You A, B, accept, do your best, and C, complete surrender after doing your best.
So means you should not give your happiness remote control to others.
No, no. How? Why should you give? Who told you should give?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Shivoham, Bliko, Ashwin, Rutanu. Rumataji, Siba.
Shalom, Sarji.
Yes, sir.
Sarji, relationship goes according to Shanti, Anand, and Pyar.
Hmm.
As long as you have a good relationship with Shanti, Anand, and Pyar, the relation will go peacefully and good.
Yeah.
When there is
Yeah.
a misunderstanding, I should be in consciousness to take the right decision. I should think whether he is right or I am right.
Hmm.
Then take my decision. And if I'm in consciousness, I should let go of that. If he is wrong, let
Hmm.
go, forget it.
What if they are wrong and they are not agreeing to be wrong?
Let it go. Break the relationship, let go, be
Ah.
accept and surrender, let them do whatever they want. Like
Yeah.
Sardi,
So,
when Sardi, it is like a, if you see a mirror, it is clear. If there is a crack in the mirror, then break, forget it, let go.
so I think this what you are talking about. When should we let the relationship go, and when we should not let the relationship go, is also a matter of being in consciousness.
Yes, Sardi.
It,
Mean,
it is only a person who is using intelligence in consciousness who can make a right decision,
correct.
because it's so common to make a wrong decision and then regret. It is so common. Millions of people have made wrong decisions, and then after making a wrong decision you regret. How does
Sardi,
it
they
help
make
you?
a wrong decision when they are in the mood of anger.
Yeah, but as long as you're in mind state, then every decision is wrong.
Wrong. So
But
in
if you're
consciousness,
if you're in consciousness and you're using your intelligence, first of all, you will deal with the relationship in the right way.
right.
First of all. Now, second point. Second point, suppose you love your son a lot. Huh? Shivam, suppose you love your son a lot.
Yes, Sardi.
At no fault of yours, he walks out of your life. Then what do you do?
Let go, Sardi.
That is what we have to, that is what we are talking about.
Let go.
बोलने में let go is very easy. But practically let go is not easy.
Not easy. दिल पे पत्थर रख के करना पड़ता है.
पत्थर रखने का जरूरत है, ये पत्थर का सवाल नहीं है ये. It is, see, it is about being in consciousness, and so you are able to accept. in consciousness. In consciousness, you try your best. Therefore, I just now said ABC. ABC is you accept, you do your best, and then you surrender.
Yes, sir.
If you are able to follow ABC in a relationship, right? In a relationship, you don't do your best. You just accept it. Suppose somebody says, okay, get bhad mein jao, get out. Jao, bye, get lost. I go to hell, man, get out. And you say, okay, you also get out. Somebody tells you you are an idiot, and you say you are a super idiot. Somebody says you are rubbish, and you say you are 100 times more rubbish. फिर क्या होगा?
Mind state destroys
नहीं नहीं
everything.
हाँ हो गया खत्म हो गया ना. Somebody breaks the hair dryer, and you take the television and break it. So what happens?
Saji, you had an equation. I'm not able to recollect it. Can I do something about it? If I can do it. If I'm not able to do something about it, forget it. Let go.
For
There was
every problem, for every problem under the sun, there is a remedy or there is none. If there is one, try to find it. If there is none, never mind it.
nothing matters.
Nothing matters. For every problem under the sun, there is a remedy or there is none. If there is one, try to find it.
Mind it.
If there is none, never mind it.
Never mind it. Right, sir.
So you have to be, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the
Right,
wisdom to know the difference.
right, sir.
So in Zoom call, every day we are learning to become stronger and stronger and stronger.
Shanti
But
and
some people,
very important in relationship.
Shanti and Anand is the basic rule of life. Okay? But we are talking about ultimately not losing our peace.
Peace.
How can, and peace you don't have to find, peace is within, you have to still your mind. So therefore, how do you deal with the mind state? How do you deal when the mind is trying to break a relationship? How do you deal with it? This is the challenge. Bliko, Ashwin, Rutanu, and Rumataji. Oh, the administrator is telling that tomorrow there is no ask air, but there's chit chat with air. The time is 5:30 to 6:30. Tomorrow I have a flight rescheduled, so it's not an ask air session. But instead of canceling the session, they asked me to do what they're trying a new thing called chit chat. So it's a Friday session will be next Friday, but we have a chit chat 5:30 to 6:30. Some people whose time zones won't work, I don't know, but 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. tomorrow, that we will be having not ask care, but a chit chat. You can chit chat on any subject. So you can, it's an easygoing Wednesday kind of session, not for newcomers, not, it is for people who have been here for years together. I'll give priority this time for the the ones who have been here for years. So what do we call our champions, our awakened souls? They can chit chat on any subject of what we have been talking the last few years. 5:30 to 6:30. Yes, Bliko.
Shivam, love you
Sure.
all. So this question has two major part. One is peace and one is relationship. So peace you already explained. We don't have to find, it is within. But the relationship take away the peace. That is a problem.
Big problem.
Yeah. So in the relationship also we have to understand what is relationship. We have only one relationship, which is permanent and eternal. It is relationship with ship.
Correct.
If we understand this, we realize it, then we don't have to worry about on any other relationship. I'll give one example. The biggest and strongest relationship is child to mother, right? When the child dies, ask any mother what happened to their internal peace. It's gone. It's pieces. They cannot be able to, speak or eat or anything. They are become nearly unconscious at that point of time, because that's a big loss for a mother to lose a child at the age of maybe 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year or 2 year, or any 25 year also. It can hurt the mother like anything. So if she is little bit in spirituality, she know the relationship. What is our utmost relationship is with ship only. All the other relationship has expiry date attached to it, whether you can see it or not, including our own body. Our own body has expiry date already printed according to karma. I may be at 70 or somebody may be 100, but everybody has to go. So what the say about relationship? Relationship will also end at any point of time. When a mother loses child, it becomes cry and disturb and all these things. But after 2 years, ask the same mother, she is having second child and she is very happy and enjoying. So where is that sorrow gone? So these are all temporary disturbance that one has to realize and be ready for it before it happens. If somebody's child die, you should understand your child can also die. Your son also can die. Your relationship also can break. So that preparedness can only come with the spirituality only. When we are in spirituality, we know what is permanent, what is impermanent. When we are
Okay.
very clear, then there will be no problem of losing peace at any point of time. That is what
Okay.
my submission. Like you
Thank you.
said,
Thank you,
ABCD
Guru.
is also very nice. So these all things only comes when you are in spiritual mode. Otherwise, you will cry and break your head on the wall, and you also sometime nearly dead for that relationship.
No, you're saying be prepared. What you're saying, keyword is be prepared for it, and don't
Get surprise.
accept
Mhm.
and accept the flow of life. That these things will come and it will go. Okay, good.
Yes.
Ashwin, Rutanu, Rumataji, and Siba Premchandji. I think we have 5 more questions today. Up to
Shivam,
Premchandji.
Shivam Guruji,
Shivam, Ashwin.
it's a very interesting subject. You already heard from Abba about this lady who
Yeah,
came to see us today.
yeah.
But my point is if there is a relationship that has changed or ended, I think one has to allow it to gently come into consciousness.
Yes.
Importantly, it's not to analyze it, but to, as you pointed early on, to invoke the capacity to love. And if that doesn't work, to remain open and do not ever lose awareness. Important thing that you early on mentioned, awareness is important. And that is important even to recognize that peace is not you're not abandoning hurt or grief. It is the gentle willingness to let, as somebody talked about, move on and let simply to acknowledge and let it go.
So,
And it is
Ashwin,
important to let it go.
as you're talking, Ashwin, you highlighted one more important point, that love should never end,
No,
because love is a divine gift. Suppose today somebody is walking out of you. Suppose I'm just giving an example of your driver. Your driver has been with you for 25 years. Your driver is walking out, correct? But why should you stop loving him?
exactly.
Just because. So this quality of having what I call having the value and treasuring what true love is, we should not let our love be touched. Our love is longing of the soul, which is very passionate. It creates an ecstasy of joy. True love is from soul to soul. And that love should not be tarnished. That love should not be diluted. Then we will be able to accept things in a different manner.
Actually,
Okay, Ashwin, anything else? Yeah.
you pointed out very well, actually, your example of your driver situation. And it was similar situation for me when I was involved in work. When I fired somebody, actually, he, you know what he did? He said he had a farewell do for the office people. And he said, I wasn't fired. I think I was wrong in whatever I was doing, but he actually showed love and kindness to all the people he worked with, including me. I was there at the farewell party. He said something about me which I didn't realize, and I felt really bad that I had fired him. But guess what?
Hmm.
Not that what speech he made, but I quickly got him another job somewhere, and he still keeps in touch with me. And it has really touched me that what we talk about in our Zoom call really has an impact on some of the memories, but also what one has to do from here on.
So Ashwin, what we are saying therefore, Ashwin, our love, our kindness, our compassion, these are things which we should not change if we are in
No,
consciousness. Let somebody else be a monster. Let somebody else be a tyrant. But we should not. We should be in consciousness. We should be peaceful. We should be blissful. And we should be accepting, supportive. That is the mark of an awakened person.
I totally agree. And actually, what I want to do is I want to talk to you separately on a personal issue, which
Yeah,
you already given me advice on
yeah,
the Zoom call. But it's becoming that legal case is becoming a bit horrid. So I want to talk to you
yeah.
about it.
Sure. You can WhatsApp me and we'll talk. Okay. Thank you, Rutanu, Rumataji, Siba, and Premchand. We are ending with Premchand. Yes, please.
Shivoham Guruji, Guruji, about relationships, like relationship is much higher than small things and minor issues. So minor issues we should let go and keep up the relationship.
Of course, who said minor issues are, so we are going away from the topic. Okay. So, of
Yes,
course, you should.
overlook.
Rumataji. Yeah. Rumataji, Siba, Premchand.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
Pranam, boliye.
Guruji, I am married in 72. 53 years have passed with
Very
my
good.
husband. Now, if you ask me frankly, there may be chances, and if everybody gets the chance, many of them will like to leave their husband. But we don't do that because we know the value of the relationship. And I think if we don't, you have only taught us don't react, just respond, then our decisions should not be spontaneous. We should take them in using intelligence and be in consciousness. Then Guruji's main issue is ego also. Sometimes husband and wife fights on something, and the wife takes the suitcase and walks out of the house.
So,
Then both are waiting. Wife thinks husband will call, and husband thinks wife will come on her own. So they never come, waiting for each other. So it
so
should
यही
not
तो
be like this.
ये तो
Ego should
बेवकूफी है
not
ना.
be there.
तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो ये सूटकेस पैक करके जाना ही गलत है.
हाँ गलत है, पर then they expect the other person will call.
ये
Then
तो
both
ये
of
तो
them don't call.
ये तो रूमाता जी, यू आर गोइंग टू सेकंड स्टेप ना. पहले स्टेप में ही सी a relation we breaking a relationship should never happen when there is a problem. The problem must be solved.
Yes, Guruji. And
Breaking a relationship is not solving the problem.
yes, Guruji. And then it requires lot of sacrifice also. It doesn't, you cannot always do according to your wish. कभी खुद करो husband के according, कभी husband आपके according करता है. And you have to make sacrifice also. And love is the basic foundation. So, Guruji, it is not easy to adjust and to accept, but you have to do everything valuing each other, I think. That is the
because
main thing.
because
Respect
rela-
for each other.
because relationships have no price tag. No, relationships are something we have to treasure.
Yes, Guruji.
People who lose relationships are one of the most foolish people in this world, because when you lose a relationship you can't get it back.
Yes,
If
Guruji.
you have if you have a relationship with somebody for 10 years now and you lose that relationship, it will take you another 10 years or more to build back that relationship.
Yes, Guruji. And afterwards, the person repents also. Okay, why I have done like this?
But उसे क्या मिलेगा? वो तो already हो गया.
Okay. हो गया.
Okay.
Even lawyer gives 6 months to think about whether you
Yes.
want to give.
क्यों? Because they hope that you will change.
Yes, Guruji. And some
Siba.
of them change also.
Yeah. Okay, time is over. Siba and Premchand ji. We have two questions. Siba and Premchand.
Pranam Guruji, immense gratitude Guruji.
Pranam.
Acceptance is possible only due to spirituality Guruji. First point, accepting that this is my karma. अगर आपने एक्सेप्ट किया कि आपका कर्मा है तो यू कैन बी इन द कॉन्शियसनेस एंड यूजिंग द इंटेलेक्ट एंड यूजिंग द डिस्क्रिमिनेशन पावर विल वर्क गुरुजी. Thirdly गुरुजी, प्रॉब्लम शीट इट विल हेल्प अ लॉट. कॉजेस, फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम क्या है, किससे यह सिचुएशन अराइज हो गई. या
Of course, problem sheet is a great idea. Today you are in consciousness. Problem sheet is a good point. बोलिए.
एंड देन द आंसर्स, ऐसे फटाफट आंसर्स आएंगे गुरुजी की यू हैव टू दैट थिंग्स दैट यू ट्रिगर वो बाजू में रख देते हैं. केयर इन प्रोपोर्शन, ज्यादा केयर करना नहीं, करना है पर लिमिट में. देन गुरुजी स्पीकिंग इन फ्यू वर्ड्स गुरुजी. अभी मालूम है सिचुएशन बिगड़ने वाली, अवॉइड योरसेल्फ फ्रॉम दैट गुरुजी. कीप डिस्टेंस, मेंटेन डिस्टेंस. एंड फर्स्ट एंड ऑफ ऑल गुरुजी की उसमें सिर्फ देखो, अगर सिर्फ देखा गुरुजी तो मोस्ट ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स आर क्योर्ड. और गुरुजी ये भी है गुरुजी, आप किसी को दुख देखे ना खुद सुखी नहीं रह सकते गुरुजी, सुखी रह ही नहीं सकते.
आज खाना कहाँ खाया आप?
गुरुजी
आज तो आपने माइंड को झाड़ू मार दिया. आज आपने माइंड को झाड़ू मार के पूरा कॉन्शियसनेस में बात कर रहे हैं आज.
Guruji, I have faced that situation. Guruji, I was going for 37 years in this way, but now I am. अभी मैं उसमें भी डेविल में भी भगवान देखती हूँ गुरुजी. तो that's why I'm into peace गुरुजी. अगर तुम्हारे को तुम्हारी शांति प्यारी है तो गुरुजी ये सब कुछ एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा if you want to enlighten yourself गुरुजी.
Okay, Premchand ji, thank you. Good, Siba. Well spoken today. Very to the point and well spoken. Premchand ji.
शिवोहम गुरुदेव.
शिवोहम.
पहले चीज की शांति अंदर से आती है, उसे कोई डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर सकता. दूसरी चीज आपके रिलेशंस इतने ब्लडी होते हैं कि आप उनसे लड़ नहीं सकते. तो दैट इज द ओनली वे यू नेवर आर्ग्यू. एक्सेप्ट इट एंड बी की क्षमा करो और भूल जाओ. आगे से ध्यान रखो कि आप कोई ऐसी परिस्थितियां नहीं पैदा हो कि आपको उनको ऐसा व्यवहार करना पड़े. डोंट रिएक्ट एट ऑल. दैट इज द ओनली वे.
Okay, very good from Premchand ji, giving us so many years of experience in life. My dear friends, before we close, how do you be at peace with losing relationships? First point, be in consciousness and don't lose a relationship from your side. If the relationship is lost because of somebody else and you are unable to save the relationship, then don't lose your peace. So first of all, with every good relationship, you will lose peace. So try your best not to lose a treasured, precious, valued relationship. If there are problems, solve the problems in consciousness, but don't lose a relationship. Now, if it happens that the relationship does break, your peace should not break, because your peace of mind, मतलब क्या है peace of mind, मतलब OFF, peace of mind, of the mind. If you want peace of the mind, OFF, off कर दो mind को, then peace you will find. But unfortunately, we are losing our peace and we are losing our relationships. So today's discussion is for you. If you're just about to lose a relationship with somebody, remember, it is a priceless relationship that you are going to lose. So go and try to salvage any relationship that is valuable. Don't chuck it so easily. Look at the positives of a relationship. If it's 100 and the negatives are 10, then don't lose 100 positive of relationship for 10 negative. Be in consciousness. And if ever somebody steals a relationship with you and you value it preciously, but somebody goes away from your life, don't lose your peace. For if you lose your peace, then you will lose everything. For peace is the foundation of happiness. Peace creates consciousness. Consciousness triggers intellect. Your intelligence overcomes your ignorance. So don't lose your peace. With folded hands, I bow down to you.